On the docket tonight, the Waffle House massacre. This was a case back in 2018. 4 people lost their lives when a gunman came in half clothed and just opened fire with an AR-15. Nick Barris from our great affiliate WTVF in Nashville has the story.
The first step was this hearing. Reinking looks different, fully bearded, and he's put on considerable weight since his arrest back in 2018. At that time, he called me from his jail cell to talk.
About what I'm thinking and what I'd like to say on my behalf and stuff like that.
I asked him if he was mentally fit.
Yeah, no, I'm perfectly healthy.
Those words from this exclusive interview might just come back to haunt Reinking. This is a man accused of walking in half naked and shooting up an Antioch Waffle House, killing 4 and injuring 2 others. After his arrest, he was diagnosed with schizophrenia, and he was sent to a mental health facility.
Then there are folks there monitoring him.
Eventually, he was deemed fit to stand trial, which brings us to today. Attorneys and the judge, Mark Fishburne, discussed plans for jury selection, which begins on Tuesday, and the gag order does still remain in place.
I've got 2 motions that were filed under seal from the state. Is there any motions that were filed by the defense?
No, Your Honor.
Motions are sealed, but News Channel 5 has learned that Reinking's attorneys will, in fact, argue the insanity defense. The argument is he may be sane now, but he wasn't at the time of the shooting.
Competency to stand trial is a moving target. It determines whether the person presently possesses the capacity to defend himself in a court of law.
When you consider there is no question Reinking is the shooter, the evidence against him is overwhelming with security video and eyewitnesses, then the insanity defense may be his best and only option.
And that may very well be the defense here. I expect that to be the defense in this case. You'll see it here on Court TV. Let's bring back in our think tank, Eklund Mercy, Nima Rahmani, Brian Weiss with us. Brian Weiss is in Texas, and that's the only state where I've really seen going to trial a legal insanity defense actually be successful. Brian, your thoughts about legal insanity and what would have to be demonstrated to this jury to find this man not guilty?
Well, Vinny, I'm going to take famous Texas trials for 1,000, and I think you're alluding to Andrea Yates, an outlier on multiple levels. Whether you're in Texas or Tennessee, with facts like this, the insanity defense is, you're going to be shocked to hear another sports analogy. It's the ultimate Hail Mary. It's when nothing else works. It's when nothing else is even in the area code. And in this situation, while competency is that last piece of sound on tape we heard made it great case for why it's a moving target, at the time he pulled the trigger, he may have been insane, he may have been sane. He can come in and out of insanity just like he can form intent in a second. What the state will have to show is that he, again, was not insane at the time of the offense, but it's incumbent upon the defense to show that as a result of a mental disease or defect, he didn't appreciate the wrongfulness of his conduct. And in Tennessee, on facts like this, I think it's going to be the proverbial tough road to hoe, guys.
Eklund Mercy, obviously there's something wrong with anyone that would do what he's accused of doing. He also did it with only half his clothes on.
I, as a public defender, I have had the pleasure of representing a lot of mentally disabled people. And here's the thing about insanity. If you don't know it, crazy people don't know they're crazy when they're crazy. So if you're representing a client like this, I think the defense attorney should have filed a psychological immediately just off of the facts alone, just so they can preserve this argument. Waiting until after they found a diagnosis is kind of, I think they dropped the ball on that one. But unfortunately, when you're dealing with somebody who's schizophrenic or any of the litany of mental health problems that causes people to murder people, then they are really unreasonable, and they do believe that they are absolutely sane. So as an attorney, it's really hard when he called the network and said that he was perfectly fine. He wasn't. But so I think that the court We'll have to look at that. I think that the jury would definitely need to know how schizophrenia works and how it was diagnosed so late and why it affects the case so much.
Nima, for prosecutors, how important is the fact that this man was wanted? It was a 34-hour manhunt for him. How does that undermine his legal insanity argument if he makes it?
It's helpful, and this is a very easy case for prosecutors. I mean, I agree with Eklund. I mean, he's clearly not well, and I'm not a doctor, but I play one on court TV, and I can say that. And with Brian, too, I mean, this is the ultimate Hail Mary, and he's no Patrick Mahomes. He's not going to be able to pull this off, so he shouldn't have had guns. You know, we're going to hear about how he thought Taylor Swift was stalking him and how he showed up at the White House demanding to speak with former President Trump and all sorts of craziness. And this is going to be a steady march toward a quick guilty conviction here, Vinny.
All right, that's the next live trial here on Court TV. We've got opening statements on January 31st. That is Monday, folks.